Testing. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I should be loud and clear. Can everyone hear me? So yes, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, brothers and sisters in Islam. Welcome to yet another live stream. Most likely the last one for this month because we are heading into Ramadan. So there will be a few announcements with regards to that. But yeah, before I continue, I'm going to switch on my camera. And voila, here I am. Yes. So yeah, so how is everyone? I hope, Alhamdulillah, everyone is in a state of joy, inshallah, especially for Muslims, inshallah, because we are heading into Ramadan. Yes, I'm totally aware that in some countries, the first of Ramadan is today on Saturday, but for Malaysia, Ramadan will be tomorrow. So we are one day, or we'll be one day behind you. So, but the Sydney football has graciously, uh, has kindly appear here. Decided to leave the chat here. So today is first Ramadan. Probably for your country, Akhi. Yes, I know. I'm aware that in some countries today is first Ramadan. Yeah, yeah. I'm breaking my fast in 3 hours each. Well, I'm not starting my fast for the next 3 hours each. Well, actually, for the next 12 hours. All right. So, yeah. So Ramadan is not here yet for us in Malaysia. So Ramadan will only begin on Sunday, the 2nd of March, 2025. Right. So for some countries, yes, Ramadan has already started on the 1st of March 2025. And I do envy those of you who have received Ramadan earlier because, yes, Alhamdulillah, the barakah is definitely earlier for you guys. Alhamdulillah for that. But yeah, for us, unfortunately, it's delayed by another 24 hours. Or in my case, it will not be for the next 12 hours, right? So yeah. Sister Amatur Rahman is here. Walaikum salam warahmatullah. So, by the way, this live stream will be a very brief one. I have some relatives coming soon. So in the time while waiting for them to arrive here at my home, I've decided to do a live stream just as a quick announcement for things to come for this channel and also for the things that I will be doing during Ramadan. So as I've indicated in the earlier part just now, just a few minutes ago, this would probably be the last live stream for this month, and there will be no live streaming throughout the month of Ramadan in lieu of the fasting month, in lieu of respecting the month of Ramadan. I'm aware that this might make some Islamophobes jump in joy because there won't be any videos refuting their nonsense throughout the month of Ramadan. But let's consider it to be a hudna, a ceasefire for now, between the Muslim apologists and those Islamophobes. Because, well, I want to respect Ramadan, that's one. Secondly, I have some things lined up throughout the month of Ramadan. And since, during the daytime, we won't be having, I wouldn't have the need to go for lunch or or breakfast or whatever, or these things, right? So probably breakfast because suhoor, but not lunch, obviously, and not tea time. So for these times where would usually go for lunch or tea time, I want to utilize this time to do research and to write articles or create videos for apologetics instead. But of course, these things will not be uploaded until after Ramadan. Probably the articles will be uploaded during Ramadan. Um, if the websites that I'm developing could be finished in time, but I'm not really sure actually at this juncture. But let's see what goes next. Okay, so before I continue babbling on and drop some news, cue in intro. Yeah, so we are back, and the live stream has been going on for about 7 minutes, 43 seconds, and there is only one viewer right now watching the live stream. Previously, it went up to 4, I think, before it dropped to 1. Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, I was saying that throughout the month of Ramadan, there will not be any live streaming for this channel. Okay. I don't at least I don't intend to do any live streaming, but I'm going to add a caveat here. In case something urgent comes up which requires my immediate attention and requires me to do some sort of live streaming or some sort of update to the channel, then yes, I will do so. But it will only be done in the most urgent of circumstance, because otherwise I don't think, or I don't see uh, for there to be any need for me to come online throughout the month of Ramadan. So um, basically, I will not be appearing on this channel throughout the month of Ramadan, throughout the full month of Ramadan. So Ramadan will only end in 30 days time. So let's see. Since tomorrow is the 2nd, for us in Malaysia, especially, Idul Fitri would roughly be, I think, around should be around the 31st of March or the 1st of April, inshallah, around this time, right? Yeah, yeah. So it should be around the 31st or the 1st of April, inshallah. At least that's what the hisab the falak calculation would be like. But if it's the lunar calculation, then I think that would be a bit the hisab calculation. Sorry. But if it's the falak calculation, then things might be different. As it happened 2 years ago, the calendars say that that Ramadan would come a day later. But suddenly, to our utmost surprise, the comptroller of the keeper seal. So this is the guy who's the keeper of the ruler seal. So he's the person in charge of announcing the dates for our official dates for Ramadan and Eid and all this. So in our country, we have this position called the comptroller of the keeper seal. And 2 years ago, this guy announced that Eid would be the following day, which totally caught us by surprise, because we were fully expecting, according to the calendar, that it would be 2 days later. So everything was in a rush. So everyone went shopping, late night shopping that day. I still remember the chaos that ensued after the announcement was made. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Wow. So, since then, I've always been very careful about expecting expecting Eid to be on the date that it was announced. So that was total chaos. I couldn't forget that. That was 2-3 years ago. Yeah, because I took leave. Fortunately, I took leave on that particular day, but I truly did not expect that to happen. that was chaotic, okay, especially for Malaysians. Okay, Singapore followed the funnily enough, Singapore, which is only just across the straits, across the border, celebrated Eid according to the same day that was already foretold in the calendar. Yeah, Malaysia celebrated Eid in that particular year a day earlier. Oh my God, that was chaotic. Okay, I'm going to read some of the comments. Ramadan starts tonight in Pakistan. Yes, the same as us, sister. Same as us, Ukti. So Ramadan for us in Malaysia starts in the night of the 1st of March, and it would officially begin on the 2nd of March, 2025. Yeah, some countries have started their Ramadan today. So yeah, this is all about time zones. Brother Etasham is here. Salam alaikum, brother. Yeah, so good to see you, mashallah. Yeah, but I'll only be here for a short while, right? So I'm not inviting anyone. I'm just here because I'm waiting for my relatives to come. So they're coming by to my house, I suppose, as some sort of pre-Ramadan celebration. Not really sure what's the occasion, but they're coming. So while waiting for them, I'm just doing this live stream to make a few announcements for this channel, right? Sister Amatul Rahman, that's a regular thing here. Never trust predictions. Check for the moon. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not a common occurrence in Malaysia. I mean, in our history of Eid predictions, as I would put it, we have always been consistent in following Hisab, the calendar calculations. But on the occasion, once in a blue moon, I think, these things happen. These things, and I experienced it firsthand 3 years ago. That was chaos. Man. I don't remember the exact year. I'm gonna have to look it up again because I couldn't forget that year, but I don't. But honestly, I don't remember the particular year. I think it was 2022 or 2023. Yeah, it was quite recent actually. It was very recent. It was just after COVID actually. Yeah, but I don't remember, or during COVID. Yeah, but I don't remember the exact or the year that it happened. I think it was 2023. Yeah, oh, sorry, 2022. Sorry. Yeah, it could be that. But I'm going to have to look it up. Yeah, but that was chaotic. That was chaos. That was chaos. Oh my god, that was totally hectic for us. I mean, imagine this. Usually on the night before Eid, we will do the cooking, we will do the preparations for the Eid meals the following day, right? So in that particular year, obviously, since it was just 2 days before Ramadan, things were slowing down. We did it. My mother-in-law at the time, she's, by the way, please give dua and pray for my mother-in-law's health, because currently she's being warded at HKL for minor stroke and aneurysm, I think. There's some I think there's some blood clots in the head, in the brain cells, in the brain, I think. So please make dua and pray for the safety and for the health of my mother-in-law, who's currently recovering in HKL, in the Kuala Lumpur General Hospital. So anyway, my mother-in-law, bless her heart, she wasn't expecting Eid to be on the following day. So on the night before, obviously she didn't do any cooking. So when that happened, she rushed to the kitchen and cooked some for us, some very basic meals. So on the day of Eid itself, we were just taking some very basic delicacies. Yeah, it wasn't the full-blown Malaysian dishes that we would usually prepare during Eid, because there wasn't time to prepare for them. Yeah, I hope that my mother-in-law. Last I heard, by the way, I visited my mother-in-law a few days ago, and she was already conscious. Prior to that, she was unconscious. She was put under. I think she was put under sleep because of the situation with regards to her to the bleeding in her brain. So inshallah, I hope that she will recover. Okay, please make dua for my mother-in-law. Okay, right. Her name is Siti Bandara. So please make dua, inshallah, and yeah, hopefully she will recover soon. So yeah, so okay. I'm going to read some of the comments, and I'm going to make some of the announcement that I've already just repeat some of them, and also to clarify some things that I want to do for the channel throughout the month. Right. I'm taking a break from meal prep for the month. Oh, okay. I'm sure it must be tiring to prepare meals for Ramadan and for Eid too. Yeah. M to the J. I'm not sure what you mean, Aki. Pakistanis are used to it. Oh my god, I can't imagine. I mean, we were totally unprepared for it. But this time I think we are getting ourselves ready for it, inshallah. May Allah grant her a speedy recovery. Amin, Suma. I've made elaborate meals at 3 a.m. Not fun. But Ukhti, do be reminded that this will be, this is will be rewarded, inshallah. Allah will reward your efforts for preparing suhoor, inshallah. Yeah. As for me myself, by the way, when it comes to suhoor, I don't require an elaborate meal actually. I just usually during suhoor, all I need is just a glass of water and sometimes 1 or 2 dates. Yeah. If there is a plate of rice, fried rice, sometimes depending on whether it's there, on its availability, I would just take half of it. I don't usually eat a lot during suhoor. Yeah. And during the breaking of the fast, during iftar, sorry, the word escaped me for a moment. During iftar, I would usually just take one plate of rice and a few water. Yes, I'll take a lot of water after during iftar, because during the day you get dehydrated, right? So I would usually take glasses of water, usually sweetened drinks or just a cold drink, depending on what is there. And then and then maybe a plate of rice, and that's it. I don't eat much during iftar these days. I mean, there was a time when I would wall up 2 plates of rice or something along those lines. But these days I try not to be wasteful during Ramadan, and definitely not during iftar. And I think this is something that unfortunately many households face, in the sense that they prepare such a large meal during iftar, and then the people that are present just take what they think that they could finish it, but once they are full, they have had their fill, most of the food goes to waste because no one has finished them up. And I think this is something of a problem in some Muslim households, not all of them obviously, but some. Yeah. And I've seen videos, especially in the Arab world, where they prepare such a huge biryani pot, and there's chicken, there's mutton, there's beef in it, and there's like a whole row of people trying to eat it. But then after the iftar meal is done, okay, when everyone is preparing to go for solar and going to for tarawih, you find that the meal is still not finished yet. It's still unfinished. So yeah, so hopefully this year we keep mindful of this, and hopefully we don't let things go to waste. So I personally do my best not to let things go to waste. Yeah, because you have to understand. Of course, I understand, and I think we all understand, especially Muslims. We all understand that during the day, we do sometimes reach a certain point where we feel that we're going to have to eat a whole horse. But during iftar itself, we find, surprisingly enough, and I think this is Allah's blessing too, when we eat just a single date or just a plate of just a small portion of rice, suddenly we find that, oh, I'm already full. I don't need to eat anymore. Even though during the day you were hungry as hell, and you feel as though you could eat a whole horse or probably 2 horses. Okay, so I do find this happening sometimes, and I think we just need to make sure that we control. I think this is our nafs talking. Okay, this is our nafs trying to take control of our akal, of our intellect. So I think we just need to keep mindful of this, and inshallah, we could avoid wastage during Ramadan, and especially during iftar, inshallah. All right. Okay. So yeah, that's my khutbah for the day. I'm not expecting to do a khutbah, and suddenly I'm doing a khutbah for Eid, for Ramadan. Emmy and James needs more chicken. I think I've already had a lot of chicken. Okay. Not for suhoor, for Eid, when it was suddenly announced. Family always wants a nice breakfast. Yeah, I know. I do empathize with that. I've already experienced it. I eat either dated and a glass of milk or oatmeal during so. Oh, that's a very modest meal, mashallah. Yeah, I usually eat around that. Yeah, I don't eat oatmeal because I don't like oatmeal, but I usually will take dates or just a small plate, or sometimes something we call roti canai here in Malaysia, or I think in Pakistan it's known as prata. Yeah, I think you have this dish called prata, right? So in Malaysia we have localized it and we call it roti canai. So if that's available, yeah, I wouldn't mind take just a piece of that, and that's it. Yeah. Pakistani iftar is always deep fried. I think it's similar to what we experience here in Malaysia as well. Yeah, it's very much similar. Everyone wants their pakoras and samosa. Yeah, we have samosas here in Malaysia, but I have no idea what pakoras are. Sorry. I pardon me for my ignorance. Okay, so anyways, okay, back to the agenda of why I'm doing live stream. Okay. So first of all, there won't be any live streaming during the whole month of Ramadan. Okay, unless if there is a need for it, if there's an urgent need for it for me to appear or live on the stream on my channel. Okay, unless if there's a reason for that. But honestly, I don't foresee that happening, but we never know, if there's a reason for me to suddenly appear on it. But yeah, in lieu of Ramadan, for the whole month of Ramadan, and also because I want to get some projects running during the daytime of Ramadan, which I usually would have to postpone or get distracted by lunch and all these things which involves food. I've decided to not do any live streaming for the whole month of Ramadan to focus on these things. And I'm thinking of developing several websites. Okay, the first website that I will be developing is ismailfaruqi.com, which hopefully would be ready by the end of Ramadan, inshallah, if my budget permits it. That's also the issue of budget. I'm hoping that my budget will be enough to just basically all I need to do is I already have the design and the content and everything. All I need to do is just pay the developer to start slicing the PSD and create the website and to implement the design on the website itself. So that will cost me about $200, and that's not a cheap amount. But hopefully, I would be able to pay for that. Hopefully, I can afford that, inshallah. So yeah, that's another thing. Thirdly, because I will not be doing any live streaming during Ramadan, okay, that might affect the algorithms of my channel. So therefore, in order to counteract that, there will be some old videos that I'm planning to re-upload. Okay, obviously not the ones that you see currently on the channel. It's going to be from very old stock footages which I've never published before. And I'm not sure whether I could create new content for in time for Ramadan. I don't think I can, so I probably might not be able to do so. However, if there is a need to do so, I will be doing so. But that will not contradict announcement one, which is basically I will not be doing any live streams during Ramadan. Okay, so these footages that I will be re-uploading in order to just to coax the algorithm, because YouTube runs on algorithms, right? In order to push your channel, and if you're going to be away for the whole month, that's going to affect your traffic, your viewership and your subscribers count. So in order to counteract that, I'm going to have to re-upload or basically re-edit some videos to upload them as fresh new content on the channel to somewhat trick the algorithms into thinking that this channel is always being updated. Okay, even though this content is probably going to be like several months old or even several years old. Okay, but I'm going to do it anyway. And yeah, they will cover topics mostly on comparative religion. Mostly it's going to be about Paul. Okay, it's going to be about Paul. My focus this month will be about Paul of Tarsus. I found some interesting old videos about the Dead Sea Scrolls involving Dr. James Tabor, and I think there was Dr. Robert Eisenman as well in this old video, which was recorded like 12 years ago. So I'll probably slice them up and re-upload them on this channel, because after Ramadan, I will be referring to these videos as part of my apologetics against Paul. So I think from here, you're already going to get the idea of what I'm going to do after Ramadan. Basically, I'm going to focus on attacking Paul. I'm going to question Paul. I'm going to discredit Paul. I'm going to outline Paul's motives and the reason why he wrote his epistles and the context, the background of this guy, of this false apostle. Okay, so I don't believe for a second that Paul was inspired by Jesus. I don't believe even for the most minute minutes of a second that Paul was in any way connected to Jesus. I think this guy was a liar. Okay, definitely he was a liar. And unfortunately, Christians were and are lies throughout his epistle. So the videos that I'm going to upload will be touching on that. Of course, not directly, okay, because the things that Dr. Tabor and Eisenman Dr. Eisenman has touched upon, they aren't connected directly to the issue of Paul, but it is related, as you will see, inshallah. So my schedule, I was thinking I would like to upload it like, every few days, like every day, maybe like one video per day, but I don't think my schedule will permit that. So I think it will only have to be like a few days, once, yeah, maybe even once a week. I'm not sure. So let's see how it goes. Yeah. So these are my announcements. I think I've pretty much announced everything. Okay. All right. So yeah. So wow, that takes us to 28 minutes and 19 seconds, and we have 2 viewers watching this live stream. Mashallah. Okay. Brother Ihtisham said, "No, I'm sorry, brother. You're not gonna have to see me for the next month. Okay, inshallah. I hope everything will be well with you. And by the way, Ramadan Mubarak to you. Yes, Sister Ahmad. What if Paul was actually a jinn in human form? I wouldn't be surprised if he was. Not saying that he is. Well, I think he's just a human like you and me, but a liar. He was definitely someone who was influenced by Satan. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the best I could say. And I think this guy claimed, because this guy claimed to have seen Jesus in reality. Okay. I think this guy was claiming that he had undergone Yakoza. Okay. So Yakoza is a Sufi concept where someone claims to have seen the unseen in reality. So, there are some deviant Sufi sects which claim to have seen Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in Yakoza form. So, meaning they claim to have seen Jesus not in a dream, not in some sort of vision, but in reality. So, of course, we know that these Sufis are deviant. So, yeah, when Paul said that he had met Jesus and he talked to him and that he received revelations from Jesus, I believe that what Paul was describing was a Yakoza experience, which is very much similar to what Sufis claim about Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So the term Yakoza is, of course, something alien to the Greco-Roman world. So they don't have the term Yakoza. The concept doesn't even exist in the Greco-Roman world. So hence, we can also say that that is also the reason why Allah Subhanahu wa Taala revealed the Quran in Arabic, because there are certain concepts and terms like Yakoza, Tawasul, all these terms mystical terms which do not exist in the Greco-Roman lexicon, but does exist in the Arabic Semitic context. Okay, so what Paul experienced, he claimed to have experienced, was Yakoza. Okay, so I'm going to be dealing with that, and we're going to refute that, inshallah. So after Ramadan, my focus will be totally on Paul, his background, his thought, and how are we going to refute him? How are we going to have to dispute his nonsense, and basically discredit his lies about Jesus and about his theology, inshallah. And the last comment is from Sister Amatul Rahman, because I'm going to have to end the stream soon. He was definitely a shaitan, a human shaitan. Yes, I agree. 2000%, I agree that this guy, this bastard from Tarsus called Paul, okay, we don't even know what his real background was. We only know what he said about himself, but we don't really know what his true background was, okay? So this guy, this shaitan by the name of Paul, he claimed a lot of things, right? But we have no idea whether the things that he claimed were true or not. I mean, he wrote in his epistles that he was from the tribe of Benjamin, that he was a Pharisee, the son of a Pharisee, that he studied under the feet of Gamaliel. Yet there is no record of his parents, his background. We don't even know whether this guy existed prior to his epistles. All we have are his epistles, and whatever he said about himself, that's the only things that we know. But obviously, if he's going to write things that are positive about himself, then he's going to write, and that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be true, right? So there's some bias there. Okay? So we don't even know who this Paul really was. Okay, what was his background prior to receiving revelations or Yakoza? with Jesus alayhi salam. We don't even know whether this guy is really truthful. Okay, all we know is what he said about himself. And Christians, sadly, they just lap up everything that he said and they believe him 100% what he said. So that is why in Galatians 3:13 you find that Paul was actually cursing Jesus, but these Christians, they think that Paul was praising Jesus. You see, if you read Galatians 3:13, Paul says that Jesus has become a curse, right? He has become a curse because he took in the law for himself, and basically he died for the law. And yeah, so Jesus has become a curse, according to Paul. And Christians believe what Paul says. Wow, it's amazing, man. Oh, Brother Siko. Assalamualaikum salam warahmatullah, brother. I'm going to have to end the stream soon because my plan was just to simply just give a brief update on what I'm planning for the live stream. And yes, just a brief recap. I will not be doing any live streaming during Ramadan. All right. So just as that. And Ramadan Mubarak to you. Yeah. So Ramadan for me would be tomorrow, inshallah. Yeah. So anyways, Brother Siko, you can replay the live stream. You can see some announcement that I've made with regards to the live stream and what I plan to do throughout Ramadan and beyond, inshallah. Yeah. Saw you live, so thought I would say hi. Yeah, that's also the reason why I've gone on live, because I wanted to say hi to my subscribers too, because I know that you maybe in the chances if that happened, Brother Etasha might show up, and I know Sister Amatul Rahman might show up. So yeah, that's also, and also Brother Sydney Football TV was here earlier, so that as well. So yeah, so I wanted to say hi as well, because I will not be doing any live streaming throughout the month of Ramadan. Okay, again I repeat, I will not be doing any live streaming during Ramadan unless if there is a need for me to come online, to come and do a live stream during Ramadan, inshallah. Okay, but I honestly don't foresee that happening. However, there will be some videos that I will be uploading. It won't be live videos. It will be edited videos from years ago, sometimes even decades ago. And there will be some videos which involve Dr. James Tabor and Dr. Robert Eisenman as well, which will be touching on Paul. Because after Ramadan, I will be focusing my energies on Paul and discrediting him and refuting his theology and expose this guy as the liar that he was. Okay. So yeah, this is pretty much it. And yeah, thank you for coming on. By the way, the live stream has been going on for about 35 minutes, and there are 4 subscribers watching, or 4 viewers watching this live stream. Mashallah, amazing. So anyways, for those of you who have missed the main announcement, you can just replay the video, inshallah. So I'm going to have to log off soon. I'm going to log off now, actually. Right. So thank you very much for coming onto the live stream. I do appreciate your presence, regardless whether you have left your comments or otherwise. I do appreciate your coming here. So I hope my announcement is clear, everyone. I hope you understood what I was trying to convey. And inshallah, we'll see each other after Ramadan, inshallah, right? Okay. So if Allah SWT decides to lengthen my lifespan, then inshallah, we'll be meeting again soon after Ramadan. And it's only a month, don't worry. It's only 30 days, 30 plus days, right? So I'll even, let's say after Ramadan, I think the earliest that I can do a live stream will be after Eid. So give it 1 week plus, so 30 days plus a week plus. So probably in the middle of April, I hope, inshallah. Yeah, so let's see, right? So inshallah, I'll see you again in a future live stream. And yeah, for those of you who have missed the main announcements, you can replay this video and just rewatch the live stream. And with that, adieu, Ramadan Mubarak to Muslims, to every Muslim who are here on this channel, who are watching me now, and to every Muslim throughout the Muslim world. Inshallah, we'll see each other again after Ramadan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.